Seijan was the last map, right? So we've got one more map before we see that. I think we're going in the merry-go-round here.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So another 3-player map. I feel like it's one of our more neutral 3-player maps, so obviously much different than Catalina. No tough Blink Stalker builds there.
Yeah, far less likely. Merry-go-round, it's still, I'd have to say, judging by how we've seen the maps picked so far, this would be Cura's choice.
I believe so.
It's not a bad map for Terran. I mean, they have a lot of drop space. They can get map control fairly early. It's not horrible for Reaper's openings either.
Certainly not, Moonglade. It's time. Classic still on his last life here, up against Cure. The round of 32 of the SSL. The top right in red. On his last life, as said before, it's Classic. Defending a proxy drop play pretty well and just transitioning into the late game. Taking a really good engagement there against this guy. Cure to the top left in blue. Just, closing thoughts on that last game. I feel like the turning point was definitely that engagement where he controlled the Stalkers a lot better against the Vikings. And then just from there, took a huge lead. He no longer had to worry about anything. The Dark Shrine then became his biggest ally once he killed that third base.
Yeah, losing that third base was a huge mistake from Cure, and the way he committed his Vikings to kill those Colossi was also a pretty big mistake. He could have had maybe a better vantage point from that. I mean, he was over there was some airspace just north of where his Vikings were, where he could have maybe stacked them and gone for a bit more picks instead of just completely committing them to the fight. But it's a new game.
It's a new game.
It's game 4. Cure up 2-1. He can win this whole series this game. It is his map pick, so let's wait and see. How is he going to open things up?
Well, not going to be a gas first. Likely to be a Reaper expand. I'll take that gas in just a second. Same to be said here of Classic. Gateway expand. And there's that first SCV scout, because this is a 3-player map. Or...
Okay.
Oh,
a second racks being added
2
with their
barracks.
gas. Very interesting.
Very rarely see 2 racks openings in this matchup. It allows you a lot of pressure.
Well, generally, if you see them, it's a proxy 2 racks. Not really a in-base racks and a bonus racks behind your natural minerals. So I'm very, very curious to see how Cure is going to play this one. If he's actually going to be very aggressive with it.
I think you just made the best term for this build there ever has been, the bonus racks.
Bonus
a lot, man. You've got 1 racks on the main, you've got bonus racks at the natural.
Well, it's essentially a bonus rack, because it certainly isn't a proxy rack.
Yeah, and it's a bonus because it's a bonus of marine production. When you go and attack initially with this, you might pull some SCVs if you want to do a big commitment to an attack, but what you might also do with this is attack at a faster time than your opponent would expect for some pressure, and you come out and force him to use his units a little bit differently. If he cancels the Zealot, he doesn't have a lot of units, and then suddenly you can do a lot. If you get a bunker up with a natural, then that Nexus gets delayed, and I think that's what we might see here, is he starts bunkering, and Classic's like, okay, no big deal. Cancels the Zealot. As you can see here, he's already canceled that, and then, I don't have enough units to stop that bunker from going up. Now my natural is in trouble.
Yeah, but he is going to chrono boost out the Mothership Core and most likely a Stalker.
He hasn't started that Stalker yet, actually. It doesn't have enough money yet. He wants to get that out now.
Well, here goes the bunker.
There it is. He has no vision, man. I think he's going to get this bunker. Okay. Oh, is he going to see this? Does he check? He's checking. No, he doesn't. He's checking for Reapers, but...
Yeah, he's scared of Reapers.
Oh, second bunker is cute as well, Moonglade.
Oh, this is horrible.
I think this is going to finish. Oh, no. Such great
he puts
here.
it in range as well. He's like, you know what? I've got
the first
this
bunker's
Nexus.
already done,
yeah.
So he is not concerned at all.
Wow.
And if he pulls just a few more SCVs, this Nexus will never finish. He's going to have to cancel it.
He's going to have to let it go. Yeah, no doubt about that.
And all this takes is a bonus racks.
It just took a bonus racks. That's all it took. He knew
Good
exactly
on the Stalker.
He knew exactly how Classic scouts, exactly what he does. So they're like, okay, let's finish this off with a nice bonus racks.
Well, that Stalker can be as cute as he wants, but that Nexus has to be canceled. He gets to that last second. Twilight Council, a great follow-up choice.
I like this follow-up.
Most likely going to see Blink, but Dark Shrine also not a bad choice because your opponent's not going to have detection.
That is true. That is true.
And with his weakened economy, Cure is probably going to be using as many mules as possible. He's trying to make this Stalker's shot cost money. He's like, every time I shoot this, it's going to cost you a few minerals.
Yeah. The one good thing about going Blink is, I mean, you just blink down and then you can apply an attack, and you're not going to really have the positioning of the bunkers or anything else. You can even just wipe out this natural bunker defense and then go for the kill. But there is going to be a huge Marine count at the very least from those 2 Raxes. Third one being added.
Most important thing is scouting that it's blinked for Cure right now. If he figures that out, gets set up a defense. But if he doesn't know, this could really throw him completely off guard. What choices are there? Like an Immortal bust out? Don't think so.
No.
It's gonna be a drop, maybe unlikely. Probably gonna be blink or DTs.
It could be a drop, I guess.
Stargate, absolutely not. You know, like it's just too it's too slow. I feel
it is pretty slow, and yeah, he is kind of prepared for it. Regardless, he does have the Marines in position in case an Oracle did fly in,
just to be safe. There's only so many things it could be. We might see a scan here in just a second. It's already seeing a fairly decent Stalker count, so that might also give him some ideas. I
think it has to, yeah. It's like, oh, okay, you're making Stalkers. From here, it most likely will be Blink Stalker. And he can either deal with the natural. It looks like he's going to go maybe for the kill. We'll have to see where he could put these Stalkers as well. 2 bunkers there with the natural.
Oh, he knows what's up.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
This is just a great, well-practiced build here by Cure.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I wonder exactly how he thought of this build. Like, if he's like, okay, this is how Classic opens up. This is what he does. He doesn't scout at all early on. I can't get away with this. I mean, he did learn from the... they have played 3 games before this, so obviously he can figure out things.
All right, he's going to try to break out here. Good Stalker micro. It's going to cost him so much time, though. And look at that. Jumps right into the second bunker. First one goes down. I mean, yeah, he's not losing these Stalkers, but every second that goes by, it's a Terran with mules. It's a Terran who's got so much Marine production. It's going to make the hold of the next attack so much easier.
Oh, yeah. He's going for a Stalker.
Oh!
Not going to find it.
Good micro.
And sure, I mean, he lost his bunkers, but he delayed that natural for so long. He knows the exact tech that Classic is going for, and all he has to do is defend and go into a very, very strong 2-base game. He is so far ahead in economy.
All right. Let's see what this follow-up Stalker pressure gets done. With so many bunkers up, it's going to be pretty tough to get anything done, especially considering he has SCVs already preset to repair. There's a Warp Prism coming out, so that's going to allow him to maybe warp in some Zealots in the main, but I don't know, man. This just doesn't look like it's going to get anything done. He's going to have to try, right?
He's going to have to try and find something, and at the very least apply some pressure so the Terran is very, very defensive. Gives him more time to get that natural up, get those probes, mining at that natural, and try and go into a tech that's going to work out for him. But still, he is playing from behind.
This seems to be a hopeless situation.
We could very well see the same sort of style we did see in Game 2 on Catalina.
No, you're so right. That's exactly what we're going to see here. Just adding a few more gates, going up to 6. But this time he doesn't have the SC or the probe count to support that. Zealot drop in the main, like I was talking about, can really disrupt the mining of Cure and maybe force him to bring some extra units back. Maybe that opens up a window here.
Ooh, not a bad idea. Can't pull the SCVs to help out with the Marines.
All right, Stim is done. Forces a recall, and oh god, that recall basically says GG because now he doesn't have enough energy to use a time warp. He's got his units all back at home. And in every way, Cure is ahead. The only thing he's not ahead on, I suppose you could argue, is his worker count. But with double mules, he can drop. It almost doesn't matter.
He added so many gateways. It really felt like he was just going to do the same sort of all-in. But now he's already transitioning, already making probes. While finding no damage. Yeah, he did have he did start that robo a while ago.
Let's talk about where we're at army comp-wise. Medevacs are about to pop out. That starport is finishing. He's going to have Stim, Combat Shields, and +1 for the next engagements. Taking a third base going forward here for Classic is going to be so difficult. I don't think that's his plan, especially considering what he's doing right now with this Warp Prism. I think he's just going to try to break this.
He's going to go for the ramp with those 4 sentries in the Warp Prism.
But look at that. He's got 1 Marine is all it takes to spot this attack coming. He knows this is a commitment. He knows he doesn't want to salvage his bunkers. This needs to set up and defend. +1 about to be done. That's their
2 Widow Mines about to pop out, which is so important.
Oh, you even salvaged one of the bunkers. That's some serious confidence here.
Oh my goodness.
Sentry drop is so important here. Let's see how he decides to use this. Still hasn't even moved it towards that ramp yet. He wants to bait this Terran army away. Blink into the main once that force goes up. With the bunker placement, it's going to be so tough.
Oh, man. He might actually want to use these Widow Mines for defense at this point. He's actually going to move out as well.
God, this is a mistake. He doesn't even know it, though.
He doesn't know.
And now he's got to get force fielded out of his own main base.
Oh,
Classic is turning this around. Boom! Not even that one Marauder can get in here to save the day. All the reactors are exposed. No more medevacs are going to be used here. And Cure basically insta-checkmated, essentially.
Yeah.
What is he going to do? He doesn't have any medevacs to leapfrog his way back into the main. All of his production is killed. All of the SCVs in the main are killed. He can warp in more and more sentries to continue to force field. He's even going to let a few units in here to get some more kills. And Classic just turned this game around in 1 second. I guess you could argue Cure kind of threw it away by being a bit too aggressive. Don't think he expected this.
Really misreading the situation, especially with those Marines that were scouting to the side of his main. And from there, I mean, yeah, he can drop some Widow Mines, but he's lost his main base. He's lost all his production. He gets up the ramp, but still, there's way too many Stalkers.
Concave of Stalkers up there. He force fields this time, saying, you better stay inside. So I've got so many Stalkers, I'm going to take you out. GG, we're going to a Game 5.
We're going to the rubber match. Very nicely done. 2-2.
Already the longest series in SSL history.
Yeah, I guess suppose it is, Wolf. And yeah, very, very impressive play from Classic. Great decision-making when playing from behind.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Classic has taken the approach now twice in this best of 5 of, I'm behind, very few options, I'm going to go all in. And if he's not ready, this attack is so strong, it will destroy him. You salvage a bunker, you move out, I will crush you. You saw that. That was not even